To order the Public Improvement Commission hearing of April 27th. Public hearing item number 1 on a petition by Seaport Square Development Company, LLC, for the making of specific repairs within Seaport Boulevard, South Boston, located within the center median between Sleeper Street and East Service Road, consisting of curb realignment, roadway reconstruction, as well as new, relocated, and reconstructed pedestrian ramps, street lights, street trees, street furniture, landscaping, irrigation infrastructure, and traffic signal infrastructure. New business, March 30th, 2017, as shown on a set of plans entitled City of Boston Public Works Department, Engineering Division, Specific Repairs Plan, Seaport Boulevard, Median, South Boston, 5 sheets dated February 2017.
Good morning, my name is John Schmidt with Ditch Engineering, and I'm here on behalf of Seaport Square Development Company, LLC. For the past month, we've met with the Commissioner, Osgood, Public Works, Public Improvement Commission staff, the BRA, Parks Department, Disabilities Commission, and we're on a path to approval, but we do need 2 more weeks to revise our plans and submit them for city review. So we're seeking an extension for 2 weeks.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to continue item number 1 on today's agenda for 2 weeks.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
So moved. Public hearing item number 2 on a petition by Level 3 Communications, LLC, for a grant of location with lead company status and no participants to install new telecommunication conduit with city shadow within Congress Street, South Boston, located between Farnsworth Street and Stilling Street. New business, April 13th, 2017, as shown in a set of plans entitled City of Boston Public Works Department, Engineering Division, Grant of Location Plan, Congress Street and Thompson Place, Boston, 3 sheets dated April 20, 2017.
These guys told us that they were in traffic. If they're not here, we can continue them for 2 weeks.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion.
Continue this?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to continue item number 2 for 2 weeks.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. First item of new business, 399 Congress Street, South Boston, specific repairs on a petition by 399 Congress Street, LLC.
Good morning, members of the Commission. I'm Chris Machado from Golson Stores, here on behalf of 399 Congress LLC, an affiliate of Crescent Heights, the developer of a 399 Congress Street project in South Boston. I'm joined today by Manny Zacharias from the developer, by Deb Danik from Niche Engineering, and other members of the project team are also here to answer your questions as they arise. I'd like to give you a brief overview of the project, and then I'll turn it over to Deb Danik to run through the details of the specific repairs. So we are requesting specific repairs to Congress Street between B Street and East Service Road. This portion of Congress Street is owned by MassDOT and controlled by MassDOT. We understand that that control will be transferred over to the City of Boston in the near future, so we are here for your review and approval in the event that that transfer occurs. So the site is about 30,500 square feet of vacant land. It's a parcel that was created as a result of the Central Artery Tunnel project. It's known as a sausage parcel, if that brings to mind anything. But it was previously owned by MassDOT, later by Boston Edison Company, then by Madison Seaport Holdings, and now by our client, 399 Congress Street LLC. The project consists of the construction of a 22-story mixed-use building with about 414 apartments, 12,000 square feet or so of ground floor lobby, retail, and accessory space, and a 144-space subterranean parking garage, as well as associated amenities and site improvements. The project is almost fully permitted. We've gone through BPDA approval. We've received a PDA approval. We've also completed large project review. A building permit application was filed in December and is under review, and we hope to start construction in the near future. So the specific repairs consist of improvements along Congress Street, new cement concrete sidewalks, a new driveway entrance, a new cement concrete median, new pedestrian ramps. In total, is about 530 linear feet of specific repairs. So unless there are any immediate questions, I'll transfer it over to Deb Danick, and she'll run through the details.
Thanks, Chris. Again, my name's Deb Danick. I'm a project manager and engineer at Niche Engineering. We're pleased to present to you the proposed specific repairs for the sidewalk along our project at 399 Congress Street. The existing site is really bounded by off-ramps and on-ramps to the I-90 MassDOT roadway. If we start from the west side of the site and work along the sidewalk to the east side of the site, the existing sidewalk is cement concrete with granite curb. It varies from about 12 feet wide to 10 feet wide. We're proposing to remove and reset the existing curb, put in new curbs where needed in order to facilitate a new driveway entrance for our project for the underground parking that Chris described, as well as reconstruct the sidewalk to provide more amenities for pedestrians walking through there. We have street trees with pervious pavers as you start on the west side and work your way east. A minimum of a 6-foot wide cement concrete sidewalk within the public way. As we go further in front of and get in front of the building, we start installing some raised planters that include landscaping and trees. Other improvements we're putting within the sidewalk are irrigation in order to help keep the street trees and landscaping flourishing and beautiful. We're removing and resetting some City of Boston streetlights. We'll be also installing 2 new streetlights. We have the pervious paver strip that we're installing. As you work your way east, we have the raised planters installed. The sidewalk through here is about 10 feet wide, so the paved cement concrete width is about 5.5 feet wide within the public way for pedestrians. Other things that we are proposing, that's about it. I mentioned the irrigation and the driveway curb cut. So the other modifications that we're doing within Congress Street include there's an existing median within the middle of the road, and we're proposing to reduce the median length and put a cutout for entrance to our driveway to put a left turn lane in there, as well as a signal within the new median.
Can you talk a little bit about the traffic operations, the analysis?
Yeah, I can't get into specific details about that. We can
Somebody
give
on the
those to you.
team that can talk to that?
So we've provided plans to your office for the modifications, which includes the analysis, and that's also been provided to MassDOT as well.
So there's not been a resolution on any of that then, correct?
What do you mean by resolution?
So you submitted plans, but the comments?
Where-
We have an approved TAPA. We've been working with MassDOT on an access permit. This site benefits from a cooperation agreement that was provided in 2003, where where MassDOT agreed to modify the state highway layout to provide for access. They've reviewed the transportation issues thoroughly. We have an agreement with BTD. It's in place. That can be provided to the commission if you'd like to review it, but those are all in place.
I mean, I'm looking specifically on the engineering aspects with Don Burgess, traffic signal engineering, that we're going to basically be maintaining and operating that signal. So
Yeah.
any further discussion, anybody can expound upon any of that?
Well, I have a copy of the report and the plans that have been submitted to
So have
BTD
you
and
met
Don
with Don?
Burgess. I personally have not met with Don, our team has.
That needs to be done.
Yeah, we will reach out to Sean Manning from VHB is our transportation consultant. I'm sure he has covered this, but we'll reach out to him to confirm.
Because I'm very concerned about putting a left turn slot so close to another signal and how that's coordinated. We have a lot of problems with maintaining and coordinating traffic in the South Boston Seaport, and we're trying to maximize that. So it's very important that we follow through with that.
Understood.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Any other questions?
Can you just confirm the tree irrigation system, has that been approved by the commission in terms of cross connection? Has that been submitted?
Yeah, so we've received site plan approval for the project, and I can double check that the irrigation system was included in that. We added that a little bit later, but we'll make sure that the appropriate backflow preventer approval has been submitted and or received.
Anything else?
Mr. Chairman, Chong Liu from, so The law department, I'm the counsel for this board. I would like to mention one thing. I think in my understanding, this portion of the street is still under the MassDOT jurisdiction. At some point, it will transfer back to the city. I look forward to work with the council to write the license agreement, and when the street transfer back to the city, it must be meet up the City of Boston's own standard. I just want to mention that.
Right, and just so to be clear, we currently, right now, we maintain and operate the traffic signals.
No, I'm just saying it's for the improvement, yeah, the traffic to
So
signal as
maybe
well.
on paper is, you haven't accepted, the transportation department has accepted a lot of the traffic signal aspects and operations here.
No problem.
Right.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Absolutely.
Okay, we'll see you for a public hearing on May 11th.
Great, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Second item of new business, 255 State Street, Atlantic Ave, Boston proper, specific repairs, sidewalk cafe license on a set of petitions by 255 State Street LLC.
Members of the Commission, my name is Brian Judge with the law firm of Goulston & Stores. I'm here on behalf of 255 State Street LLC, the owner of the building located at 255 State Street in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm joined by Patrick Lee of the restaurant group that owns State Street Provisions, which would be operating the cafe that's the subject of this action, and also John Schmidt of Niche Engineering. We're here today for consideration of two matters with respect to 255 State Street. The first is approval of specific repairs along State Street, consisting of new brick sidewalks, new planters, the removal of existing tree planters, and other improvements as shown on the plan currently under review by the Public Improvement Commission. And the second is approval of a sidewalk seating area license for a sidewalk cafe located in part along State Street and in part along Atlantic Avenue. The improvements associated with those are also shown on the plan currently under consideration by the Public Improvement Commission. And now I'll turn it over to John Schmidt of Niche Engineering for more detail on those plans.
So along State Street, we have 4 existing raised planter beds that look similar to that reflected in this photo. The proposal here is to remove those planter beds and replace them with wire-cut brick and construct a new planter bed in this area here that would be the same dimension as the other 2 in that area. And the reason for this is to allow the expansion of the sidewalk cafe that is also part of this application. My client currently has a approval for a sidewalk cafe along Seaport Boulevard and also along State Street that up to that planter bed. So we won't be compromising sidewalk capacity. We will still remain 18 feet of clearance along that area for pedestrians to walk on the sidewalks. This has been reviewed by all the city agencies, park departments is okay with it. The DRA is okay with it. Water and sewer is okay with it. So I think we're in good shape.
You require a tree hearing with Parks Department for the removal of trees?
We requested through the park department. We asked the park department to lead the tree hearing, and the response we got was that they don't have jurisdiction over these trees.
Any other questions?
The analysis for the pedestrian level of service?
We are not compromising the pedestrian level of service because we are not encroaching any more than the obstructions that are in the sidewalk.
And who made that determination?
Me.
You. I want one.
Well, let me explain what we have. Right now, we have a sidewalk cafe that goes up to the tree planting bed, and then we have a raised planting bed that restricts capacity.
Understood.
Actually,
I want the analysis,
What purpose will that analysis serve?
because I want to see what the pedestrian volumes and what the level of service with the outdoor cafe is.
So we'll be looking at this today, or we will provide that next study.
Thank you.
2 weeks be enough time?
Yes.
Okay. We'll see you for a public hearing on May 11th.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Third item of new business, 46 Wareham Street, Boston proper, earth retention license on a petition by 46 Wareham LLC.
My name is Paul McCall, and I'm here on behalf of the Holland Companies, and we are seeking PIC approval for the installation of a temporary earth retainage system along Wareham Street for the south end. So I just brought a couple of words. The site is formed by a triangle. It's bounded by Wareham Street to the south, Harrison to the west, Baldwin Street to the north, and Albany Street to the west. There's currently an existing building on the site. This building will be coming down. And we're seeking permission to install soldier piles along the frontage along Wareham Street. It's approximately 145 feet. And the piles will extend down approximately 45 feet. Following completion of installation of the new foundation system, the soldier piles would be cut down to a minimum of 6 feet below grade.
Are there any questions?
We have secured the site. We have a construction management plan in place. We have Jersey barriers and construction fencing up around the site. And we are hoping to begin demolition within the next week or so.
Okay, so you've got Stephen Muse from my office signed off on your construction management plan.
That's
I
correct.
think you've had a few community meetings also. Could you just talk about that process?
Specifically, which
With the abutters and basically having the community meeting with the residents on the street. That's taken place?
Yes, we have had several meetings with residents on the street. We are also, as part of our transportation access plan agreement, the city has asked us to conduct a study for the redesign following construction. That is currently underway with Niche Engineering.
Appreciate that.
Can you just advise me on the, like a cut and cap plan status with the commission?
Yes, all utilities have been cut and capped. Yes. Any other questions?
2 weeks be enough time?
Yes.
Okay, we'll see you for a public hearing on May 11th.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Fourth item of new business, 186 Tremont Street, Boston proper, projection license on a petition by Big Night Venues, Boston 5 LLC.
Good morning, I'm Ed Kane. This is my architect, Bob Stansel from Beacon Architect. This is a project in the Grand Masonic Lodge. This is right on the corner of Tremont and Boylston Street. And we're proposing a restaurant in there. And then Bob can walk through what we're asking for as far as awnings and signage and projections of the sidewalk.
This is an elevation and a survey plan of the front of the property. What we're proposing to do is to add 4 awnings, 2 of which are retractable here on the facade, and 2 of which are fixed, and a glass canopy, main canopy over the campus of the building. So that goes with the projections requirements. The plan shows the specific dimensional requirements, and that we have received comments from staff. Makes it a slight modification of the drawing. This is in general shows all of the proposed awnings and glass canopy.
Mr. Kane was nice enough to come into the office to go over the streetscape and projection license. I think it's a great plan. Brings a lot of liveliness back to the street in an area that definitely needs it. And I appreciate the efforts of your team.
Any other questions or comments? 2 weeks be enough time?
Excuse me?
Will 2 weeks be enough time?
Yeah, I think so, of course.
Okay.
We'll be
So
here.
We'll see you for a public hearing on May 11th.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Fifth item of new business, 2127 Batchelder Street, East Cottage Street, Dorchester. Specific repairs, projection license on a set of petitions by Rufus Roscoe LLC.
Morning.
Morning.
My name is Kelly Robbins. I'm with Haycon Building. We're the general contractor for the project located at 21 to 27 Batchelder Street. Currently, the project is a old warehouse building that we're converting to our offices. And as part of the project and the community process, we were asked by the neighbors to adjust our landscaping so that it looked a little bit more residential, because the abutters of our project are residential buildings. So we are coming to you to get approval for our planters, which we hope will bring a little bit of life to the streets. And we're also here to ask for permission to move our curb cuts and enlarge our curb cuts to better facilitate our site and the storage of our construction vehicles. And finally, to add a canopy at the front of the building for our office entry.
Any questions?
You've met with the transportation planning folks relative to operations of the garage and the curb cuts?
I have not. They did receive a copy of our plans and had no comments.
Is this a small project or a large project review?
It's a small project.
Small project, okay. When do you estimate construction?
We've started construction on the exterior of the building and the demolition on the interiors. We hope to complete by fall, which is optimistic.
So are you demoing the entire structure?
No, the shell of the structure is staying.
Okay.
Will 2 weeks be enough time?
Yes.
Okay, we'll see you for a public hearing on May 11th.
Thank you.
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?